So someone asked me to take a look at this. It rotates, well, it's meant to rotate, and you're meant to paint it as it rotates, similar to one of those potter's wheels. So it's not working. And I'm going to test it and see if I can determine what's wrong with it, and if not, then I'm going to have to open it up and visually examine it. So first thing to do is test it. And it still doesn't work. Okay, so now I need to open it up. Okay, so here's the inside. It looks like there's a motor and some gears inside here to reduce the rotation speed. Got a diode here, the battery, and the control. All the wires appear to be attached. Nothing's disconnected or shorted apparently. So everything looks alright so far. And before I open up anything else, I'm going to test the resistance of the speed controller. So that seems to be the problem. There's no change in the resistance. So I'm going to open this guy up and see if there's a disconnected resistor in here. So here's what it looks like on the inside of the speed controller. It has wire wrapped around, looks like fiberglass. And I assume there's a pretty high resistance in this wire. So as it scrapes along there, the resistance should change. But apparently there is something opened up inside there, so let me just measure the resistance again. So the resistance still is overload. So maybe there's a break in the wire itself. Well, I don't know if this location is the problem, but that does indicate further investigation. There's some copper exposed there. So here's the yellow. That's a short. And now I'm going to measure the white. And that measures infinite resistance. So there's a break in the wire. So before I go to the trouble of fixing the speed control, I'm going to test it out. So the resistance here changes the speed of the motor. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to short out the speed control, and that should just put the voltage across the motor and current through the motor. And here we go. So it works. Good. Now I can worry about the rest of it. So what I'm going to do is just replace the entire cable, as opposed to trying to find where it's broken. So replace the wire and soldered it across the resistor, and now I'm going to test it out. So right now it's an overload. And there's the resistance. Excellent. So let's put this back together and see if the entire system works. So after doing all that, it works.